Dear students, now I am going to present a lecture on the topic Basic Scheme of GST in India. There are two basic schemes of GST. They are, first one, regular scheme. It is also called as normal scheme. Second one, composition scheme. We shall see one by one. Point A, regular scheme. Under this scheme, registration is required once a threshold limit process as per section 22 of CGST Act 2017. If the turnover of a trader exceeds certain limit, then he has to register himself under GST Act 2017. The maintenance of books of accounts, filing of returns, issue of invoices should be as per Act. This is applicable to the suppliers who are not covered under composition scheme of GST. This is applicable to the supplier who are all not covered under composition scheme of GST. ಯಾರು ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಥ್ರೆಶೋಲ್ಡ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. A common threshold exemption would apply to both CGST and SGST. Taxpayers with an annual turnover of rupees 40 lakh. In case of special category states, this amount reduced to 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs. In Article 279A of the Constitution would be exempt from GST. We shall see one by one. State with the threshold limit of rupees 10 lakh for both goods and services applicable to Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura. States with the threshold limit of 20 lakhs for both goods and services applicable to Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Puducherry, Telangana. States with the threshold limit of rupees 20 lakh for services and rupees 40 lakh for goods. Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Himachal Pradesh and all other states. If the trader's annual turnover exceeds above limit, then they must and should register themselves under the Act. This has some information relating to point A, regular scheme. Next, point B, composition scheme. The GST composition scheme will make compliance with hassle-free tax laws for eligible businesses opting for the scheme. A taxpayer whose turnover is below rupees 1.5 crore, 1 crore 50 lakhs, can opt for composition scheme. The threshold limit for availing the composition scheme would be rupees 1.5 crore in states other than Northeast states, Sikkim and Himachal Pradesh, where the threshold limit for availing the composition scheme would be rupees 75 lakh. Understand the concept? In case of service providers other than restaurants whose turnover below rupees 50 lakhs can opt for composition scheme. In case of service providers other than restaurants whose turnover below rupees 50 lakh can opt for composition scheme. The person who first supply of goods or services or both made on or after 1st April 2019 is eligible for composition scheme if their turnover is less than rupees 50 lakhs subject to payment of 6% GST. If analyze above explanation, you can come to the conclusion that only few businesses can opt composition levy scheme if the turnover does not exceed 1.5 crore. Understand? If a trader resides in the northeast states, Sikkim and Himachal Pradesh, then turnover fixed rupees 75 lakh. Turnover fixed rupees 75 lakhs. Understand? In Karnataka, turnover applicable 1.5 crore rupees. 1.5 crore rupees. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ಟ್ರೇಡರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ 1st April 2019 ಇಂದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು 50 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಆತ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 6% GST ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು 50 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೆ 6% GST ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. These are some information relating to composition scheme. I explained basic schemes of GST. First one, regular scheme. Number 2, composition scheme. Next, what is subsuming of taxes? GST is commonly described as indirect, comprehensive, broad-based consumption tax. The dual GST which would be implemented in India will subsume many consumption taxes. The objective is to remove the multiplicity of tax levies, thereby reducing the complexity and remove the effect of cascading taxes. The objective is to subsume all those taxes that are currently levied on the sale of goods or provisions of services by either central or state government. Subsumation of large number of taxes and other levies will allow free flow of larger pool of tax credits at both central and state level. If analyze this, you can come to the conclusion that subsuming of taxes is nothing but get together of taxes and merging all taxes under one name, call it as goods and services tax. Merging of taxes levied by central government as well as state government under one tax regime, call it as subsuming of taxes. Next, taxes subsumed into GST. I already explained this one while explaining the features of GST. Understand? Taxes subsumed into GST. Point A, central taxes. Central excise duty, duties of excise, medicinal and toilet preparations, additional duties of excise, goods of special importance, additional duties of excise, textiles and textile products, additional duties of customs, commonly known as countervailing duty, special additional duty of customs, in short it is called as SAD, service tax, cesses and surcharges. These are levied by central government in relation to supply of goods or services within India. Point B, state taxes. Value added taxes or sales tax, central sales tax, purchase tax, luxury tax, entry tax, all forms, entertainment tax except those levied by local bodies. Next one, tax on advertisements. Next one, tax on lotteries, betting, gambling, state cesses and surcharges. These are the state taxes subsumed with the GST. These are some information relating to taxes subsumed into GST, both central taxes as well as state taxes subsumed with GST. Next, state the different types of taxes which are outside the purview of GST. State the different taxes which are outside the purview of GST. GSTಯ ಪರಿಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರದಿರುವಂತಹ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳು ಯಾವುದು? Taxes not subsumed into GST. First one, basic customs duty. These are protective duties levied at the time of import of goods into India. The subject name tells us that goods and services tax and customs duty, goods and services tax and customs duty. Custom duty not subsumed into GST. Custom duty ಅನ್ನೋದು GST ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Understand? Next one, excise duty or value added tax on petroleum products for initial years in addition to GST at nil rate. Excise duty on tobacco products in addition to GST. In case of excise duty on tobacco products, GST compensation cess levied, you already know this one. Entertainment tax levied by local bodies. State excise duty on alcoholic beverages, no GST. Next one, road and passenger tax. These are in the nature of fees and not in the nature of taxes on goods and services. Next one, toll tax. These are in the next one, toll tax. These are in the nature of user fees and not in the nature of taxes on goods and services. Property tax, stamp duty. Next one, electricity duty. Next one, royalty on minerals. Next one, motor vehicle tax. Okay, these are taxes not subsumed into GST. Next question, state the different products which are outside the purview of GST. State the different products which are outside the purview of GST. GSTಯ ಪರಿಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರದೇ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಯಾವುದು? ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲಿಯಂ ಕ್ರೂಡ್, ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಡೀಸೆಲ್, ಮೋಟಾರ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್, ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್, ಏವಿಯೇಷನ್, turbine fuel. In short, it is called as ETF. I want to say once again, petroleum crude, next one, high speed diesel, next motor spirit, next natural gas, next aviation, turbine fuel. These are some information relating to different products which are outside the purview of GST. Next, what is GST? State the types of GST. Normally a question asked in the examination for 6 marks. What is GST? State the types of GST. You already know the meaning of GST. GST is any tax on supply of goods or services or both except taxes on supply of the alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Taxes on supply of goods or services or both except taxes on supply of the alcoholic liquor for human consumption is called as goods and services tax. Next, what are the types of GST? There are 4 types of GST. First one, CGST. GST levied by the center on intra-state supply of goods or services or both would be called the Central Goods and Service Tax. Central Goods and Services Tax. GST levied by the center on intra-state supply within the state. Okay, supply of goods or services or both would be called the central GST. Number 2, SGST. SGST means GST levied by the states on intra-state supply of goods or services or both would be called State Goods and Services Tax. State Goods and Services Tax. Understand? This SGST also applicable on union territories with legislature. For example, Delhi, Pondicherry and Jammu and Kashmir. Next, number 3, Union Territory Goods and Services Tax. GST levied on every supply of goods or services or both within the Union Territories of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Dadra and Nagar and Haveli and Daman and Diu, Chandigarh, Ladakh, okay, is called as Union Territory Goods and Services Tax. Next, number 4, IGST. If any tax levied on interstate supply of goods by the center, then it is said to be Integrated Goods and Services Tax. Integrated Goods and Services Tax. Integrated Goods and Services Tax levied on supply of goods or services or both outside the state. These are some information relating to types of GST. To conclude that, GST is any tax on supply of goods or services or both except taxes on supply of the alcoholic liquor for human consumption. There are 4 types of GST. First one, Central Goods and Services Tax. In short, it is called as CGST. Number 2, State Goods and Services Tax. In short, it is called as SGST. Number 3, Union Territory Goods and Services Tax. In short, it is called as UTGST. Number 4, Integrated Goods and Services Tax. In short, it is called as IGST. Understand? Thank you.